Tibet!
Free Tibet!
Free Tibet!
Free Tibet!
Canada, national anthem in the. One minute silence for people who sacrificed their life for freedom. How much it? Sambela do jina lo dende chimbu chasa de munchena kiuchini dena diura kibinyendo but na ko pe la uchi pe pedon ko la chale pe wonnang gi sirisi ne sirisi gi chair sambela chi sirjini ji shuen ilani
yet that's the program and that's international because around their support plan there are also people who speak English and not Tibetan. So Shigashta Shurame, I don't have a lot to say. Mainly, we have demonstrated here for many, many years, since our children were little, and we will continue. So I'm glad to see. Manju's struggle, the intergenerational struggle. We can't forget. We can't afford to forget. This is very important. Kasha Dekanamtan, so please read it quite carefully. There's a lot in it. And what is interesting is also Tibetans were not only fighting for ourselves and for our dignity, it's also universal values. These days when you look at the world and look at who are kind of person running things, then the values that we stand for and His Holiness stands for, this is so critical. So we're not only fighting, we are
His Holiness Dalai Lama. Long live!
His Holiness Dalai Lama!
Long live!
His Holiness Dalai Lama!
Long live!
His Holiness Dalai Lama!
China out of Tibet now!
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 Tibet belongs to!
Tibetans!
Tibet belongs to!
Tibetans!
Tibet belongs to!
Tibetans!
Long live!
His Holiness Dalai Lama!
We need younger generation to stand take responsibilities. No game but they should not have crowns we call them. So we need younger generations. Please. That's it. 16 years.
I'm from Students for Free Tibet, Toronto. Today, on March 10th, we are reminded of the day in 1959 when Tibetans in Lhasa rose to the streets and rose up against Chinese occupation. Knowing the risks, knowing the consequences, but refusing to ever be silenced. We are reminded that even more than 66 years that the fight still isn't over. For over 6 decades, China has tried to erase Tibet. They have stolen our land, rewritten our history, and attacked our very identity. They steal Tibetan children from their families and force them into colonial boarding schools designed to strip them of their language and of their culture. They demolish monasteries, imprison monks and nuns under the guise of progress and modernization. They criminalize the simple act of speaking Tibetan inside of Tibet. And yet, Tibetans inside of Tibet and in exile refuse to be erased. But Tibet is not just a Tibetan issue. This is a global issue. The same China that colonized Tibet is the same China surveilling and suppressing its own citizens, disappearing activists, torturing Uyghurs, and threatening Taiwan, expanding its authoritarian reach worldwide. To fight for Tibet is to fight for a world that does not bow down to dictatorship. A world where justice triumphs over tyranny. Right now, as I speak, Tibetans in Tibet are fighting alone. They are burning their bodies on fire. They are risking their lives just to speak Tibetan, just to teach Tibetan, just to pray in their own monasteries, just to exist as Tibetans. For over 60 years, China has tried to erase Tibet. But they have failed because Tibetans are still here. Because despite of everything, we still speak our language, we still practice our faith, we still preserve our culture, and we still resist their rule. And we will continue to resist their rule until the day Tibet is free. They can imprison our leaders, but they cannot imprison an entire people's dream. They can destroy our monasteries, but they can never destroy our faith. They can rewrite our history, but they can never erase the truth. Tibet was free before, and Tibet will be free again. This is not some dream in the distant future. It is our destiny. Pegalo!
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 Free Tibet!
Free Tibet!
Free Tibet!
Free Tibet!
Free Tibet!
Free Tibet!
Kuchinang.
Kuchina,
Thank you so much. I'm delighted to hear young people speak up like that. It's so encouraging, and so many young people here today. And 다리 인가바네 넘버서 성마 우스페와 타 링군의 배우네 배우디 투지 당스 쉬어니 당아주 몬트리올 추즈니 츠레 아로월라데 쉬니에데 이나 토론토네 다리 나오샹네 추즈 시나츠 바스나 배우디 투지 당스 쉬어니. So I 나타리 전개조 체도 인진난에 츠카시지 쉬초지. So like Sampela says, we've been here for many years. Many of us here, Tsi Gelela, who just spoke on behalf of the community in Quebec, his parents were part of the first Tibetans that came to Canada. And I'm working on a book right now to document how Tibetans came to Canada for the first time over 55 years ago. And I spoke to 23 elders, spoke and told their stories, and we asked them, what's your hope for the next generation? And the same thing comes through, is that they don't forget Tibet, they don't forget Tibetan culture, and that they keep fighting for Tibetans inside Tibet. So I don't need to remind all of you here who are here because you embody that message. But I think that there's a lot of work to do in our community with your peers by setting a wonderful example. So I really want to congratulate you on taking that initiative and really.
Tishula Pimilenzo Tosa Supa, Tishilani, Sunju Telu da Mimang Lush to you.
Tempeya la la ye, lo sho te mi na. Samling mi mangan se kyap to lo sho. Tempe pang po ji ji. Samling mi mangan se kyap to lo sho. Tempe pang po ji ji.
我这平面人这个操作手吧你现在呢您他们的推荐量是学员一那
Come on, Bennett! Learning Tibetan! Learning Tibetan! Long live! Long live! No religious freedom! No religious freedom! No human rights! No human rights! Release the political prisoners in Tibet! Come on, Bennett! Learning Tibetan! Learning Tibetan! Long live! Long live! No religious freedom! No religious freedom! No human rights! No human rights! Release the political prisoners!
China is guilty. Free Tibet! Free Tibet! China out! Free Tibet! Free Tibet! Free Tibet!
Tibet! In Tibet! In Tibet! In Tibet! In Tibet!
Stop the mining! Stop the genocide! Stop the killing! Stop the mining! Stop the genocide! Stop the killing!
In Tibet! In Tibet! In Tibet!
Tibet was never! Tibet was never! Tibetans are dying! How many lives? Tibetans are dying! How many lives? Tibetans are dying! Learning Tibetan! Stop the genocide! Stop the genocide! Stop the mining! Stop the mining! Tibet was never! China! China, China! Win, win, win! Stop the killing! Stop the genocide! Release the political prisoners now! Release pension lama now! CCP! CCP! China lies! China lies! China! Win, win, win! China, China, China! Win, win, win! Stop the killing!
In Tibet! In Tibet! In Tibet!
United Nations!
We want justice!
Learning Tibetans! Learning Tibetans! Learning Tibetans! No human rights! No human rights! No religious freedom! No religious freedom! Tibet! No human rights!
na ani trying to this yes as pen nanda they such a pe mangu de gabla ra this yes as okay guys move up please thank you kuji okay this yes and sabsa chira na tila ma chira na lele chira ta anjo de yami shunta pille ra da kimi mina ma shu saja de la
Release the political prisoners.
아니 사등기 얘기 가라 세라치와 나시나레 CDC기 미케셰 미케체셰 삼벨라 직바직야 셔랍 타젤라 요레스 안 셔랍라 타젤라 단다 대페나요레 사등기 얘 라우 나시나레 파르멘기 뒤라다 단다 대 망니 대디자 치아 창마 사등기 얘 라우 나시 코랑기 치나레 차레나레 아니 로딱바 CDC 치나고레 안 셔랍 타젤라 닝타만 두치나치 쉐 직진지 수로나 셔랍라
당geb닝세 개쉬엠도 투지제 쉬에 나머지데 미망고테를 로다르시 페고레 안트론도네 페와 미만 참마 초박하게 총미다 아니 믹세기 데 선이스남 쉬는 초도 겐키와데 투지제 쉬에 캐나다 페들린도 탑시제 안 다나싱 안도 아로와 드리지도 초바 게 귤레 촉조 미만 넘버 참마 투지제 쉬에 페오데 개침부 되는 게 디라 개침부지제 아니 가란저 TCAQ 큐벡 드르지드 촉박에 초소 귤레 아니 미망나바 창마데 로다르시 페어데 투지제 슈에 캐나다 페들린도 탑시제 아니 가란저데 로다르시 쳔바추네 맞아요체
China out of Tibet now! Long live! Long live! Long live! Tibet belongs to! Tibet belongs to! Tibet belongs to! Hello media! Hello media! China, China, China! China, China, China! Shame, shame!
야, 나 어려워라. 그거 저기. 이제 다 비치자. 남시 점시라민도 달러 남시 어라올 야구 땡에서도 이게 어라올 재밌어 그만들이야 수혜자 다시 자리 치시도